Hey, money magnets, you should drop Navy Federal and get with this secret credit union.
Look, guys, not only is it open to everyone, but their credit cards have $50,000 limits.
Okay, Marvin, let's jump into the first card that United Federal Credit Union offers. Okay, so it's the U-Boost Visa Secure Card. Now, with this card, it goes anywhere from $200 to $5,000, and it has an 18% APR. Now, Marvin, one thing that I'm noticing about this credit union is that the APR is really, really good compared to a lot of cards out there right now. When we're talking about secure cards,
right?
The APRs are really, really high. So this is a good way for you to jumpstart your credit, money magnets. Also, poor credit and no credit is okay.
Yeah.
So that right there, hey, that's a cash flow changer for you to start rebuilding your credit. Now, Marvin, let's dive into the next card.
All right, you got the U-First Visa. Like, guys, like we promised, this card can go up to $50,000 and is 0% for 6 months. Now, the good thing about that is if you want to make purchases in the next 6 months or balance transfers, now you can get 0%, guys. That in itself is worth getting this card. Now, it says you have to have good credit. So to me, good credit is 680 and above, but I wouldn't apply for this card if I had below a 660. So I would say, Gloria, I'm going to say this card here, 660 and above.
Okay. Now, this next card, Marvin, you need to have excellent credit. I'm talking like maybe a 700 plus. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the U Rewards Visa. This card goes from anywhere from $500 to $50,000. Now, this is the big boy card. And it has a 0% APR for the first 12 months. Now, you guys know how I feel about those balance transfer cards and those cards that gives you a 0% interest for a certain amount of time, because this can be a cash flow changer for you. This is a good way for you to, pay your cards down a lot quicker by doing balance transfer, and you're not paying any interest, because guys, that interest can pretty much kill you sometimes.
It can. Now, Gloria, let's jump into the personal line of credit. Now, this is if you have unexpected expenses like medical expenses, you want to do home improvement, or you just may want to combine all your bills onto one line of credit. You can get a personal line of credit with United Federal as well. And we don't have any data on this. So if anybody has any experience with United Federal and personal lines of credit, please comment below. Let us know what your experience is with this credit union.
Most definitely. Okay, money magnets, always keep in mind, Marvin and I are dropping these credit unions because credit unions are all about empowering the community. So you want to look at these credit unions, all right? So let's move on to the signature loans, okay? So they offer loan products, which is absolutely amazing.
Right.
And I'm going to have a good gem for you guys about how you can get in this credit union, okay? Now, another thing that I love about this, when we're talking about the loan products, they have a secured loan.
Right.
So it looks like this credit union, it's really good for if you're trying to reestablish yourself and rebuild your credit.
Definitely.
These products most definitely can help you. Now, with the secured loan, what you would need to do is you secure it with your savings account.
Right.
So whatever money that you have in your savings account, that's what you're borrowing against. And you just have low monthly payments.
Now, if you wanted to do a term loan, say you want a set amount of time that you want this loan for, you can get a term loan. And for all of these loans, guys, you get a rate discount if you let them debit the payment out of your Ultra checking account. So once again, just like we always say with banks and credit unions, you may want to establish a checking account so you can get the rate discount, also so you can build a relationship. And I'm like, Gloria, I wouldn't be afraid if I had good credit or bad credit. It seems like United Federal has a product for everyone.
Most definitely, Marvin. And if you join this credit union, just think about building that relationship can get you up to that 50,000. If you can't start off with 50, guess what? Build a relationship where you can get to that 50. Now let's move over to their auto loans, Marvin. They also have loan products that are absolutely amazing.
All right, Gloria, with the auto loans, they got competitive rates, and then they got 84 months. So now this is like a long period of time compared to most credit unions and banks. And they give you 115% of what the car is worth. So that means you probably can bundle the tags, the title, all the expenses that come with buying a car. You probably can get it all in this loan, and it's easy to apply right on their website. And guess what, guys? Like I told you before, set up a checking account. They give you a rate discount if you actually have the Ultra checking account. Then you could be eligible to skip a payment. Say if hard times hit, something happens in life like it always does, you can skip a payment but still keep your good credit. And there's no application fees, no prepayment penalties. And if you ever need anything, all you got to do is reach out to United Federal.
Marvin, that's what I'm talking about. When you're talking about life happens, we understand. And guess what? The credit union understands too. One thing that I do love is with their auto loans, I'm finding that a lot of credit unions are offering gap insurance, as well as mechanical breakdown insurance. I've never seen that before. You know, mechanical breakdown coverage or protection. That right there could be a cash flow changer.
Yeah, it also could be a stress reliever. You know, if you have a flat tire or if something happens, it's like having AAA built into your loan. But Gloria, last but not least, let's talk about their mortgage loans.
Now that we're talking about these home loans, Marvin, they have a few different programs. Okay, so they have a conventional loan, which with the conventional loan, it's good for if you're trying to refinance your property, you know, and keep in mind, this is for people who have great credit. Okay. So if you want to purchase your primary home or a secondary home, this would be good for you. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about they have a 0 down loan. I love 0 down when you don't have to put any money down. And plus, no PMI. PMI can take your mortgage up very, very high. Okay. This loan is good as your primary residence. Like you can't use this to buy rental property or anything like that. You need to look at the conventional loan for that. So Marvin, let's talk about some of the other loan products that they have.
Well, they also have another 0% down loan for first-time home buyers or people that don't have a lot of experience on their credit. They do have arms for that. You know, they got the 5-in-1 arm, the 7-in-1 arm. And, you know, this is for primary residents. You're a first-time buyer. You're non-conforming. They have products for both. Also, they got the Home Ready loan with as little as 3% down to get this. This is for, you know, the first-time home buyer or maybe repeat home buyers. So from what I'm seeing, Glo, between the programs you talked about and I talked about, they just about have a home loan for everyone. But Gloria, before we go too far, let's jump into how they join and then what bureaus they pull.
Okay, Money Magnets, we're always talking about how you can join several credit unions if you join the American Consumer Council. Now, you can join this for absolutely free, which it normally costs $15. But what you would need to do is put in the code consumer and there will be no charge for this.
And look, guys, if you have bad credit, I think United Federal has products for you. So don't let your credit score stop you from joining this credit union. I worry more about my check systems. Make sure I have less than 3 inquiries. If you got bad credit, check out their secured loan and the secure savings account. All right, if you got good credit, I would look at the U First Visa and the U Rewards card because they go up to $50,000, guys. That's higher than Navy Federal, and that's one of the best limits I think I've seen in a long time. Also, they pull TransUnion. So, and then guess what? This is one more thing. That hard pull for TransUnion is good for 90 days. So that means you can probably double dip. You can get a credit card. You might be able to get a personal loan and a car loan because 90 days is a very long time.
Okay, Money Magnets, I have a gem.
What you got, Glo?
Okay, Money Magnets, if you're looking for another secret credit union that's better than Navy Federal, check out this next video.
I'm Mr. Smith.
And I'm Mrs. Smith.
And we're here to help empower your finances.